Pranita and Sanjay, are you ready for this? Guys, can we have all our attention here, please? We're ready to begin this game right now. And remember, as soon as you know that you're the one who should be raising the cap, raise it first so we have an understanding that you're not copying each other, trying to budge at the last minute. So, Pranita and Sanjay, your first question, who is more romantic? Okay, Pranita picked it up first, right? So, this actually means that Sanjay feels that he has a fair amount of romanticism in himself, Pranita. Why do you dispute that?
Yes.
Should we just give you the point because both of you in a couple should be romantic in the first place, right? So okay, so we'll just give both of you a point for that question there. So question 2, remember, you're only going to pick up your hand, raise your hand with the cap if you feel that you are the person who's the right answer to this one here. So who is hotter? Okay, that's a good one. So well done there, congratulations. We have Sanjay who says that he's hotter, and Pranita just didn't raise her hand at all, so she knows that her man is the hot one here. Okay, next question. Who made the first move? Okay, she agrees that it was Sanjay made the first move. Question 4. Who said I love you first? And she agrees yet again. Wow. Question 5. Who says I'm sorry first after an argument? Okay. All right. So basically, it's Sanjay raises his cap there for all of the questions, and Pranita, eventually getting the hang of it, agrees that that he's the one who says I love you first, who says I'm sorry first after an argument, who is hotter and who made the first move as well. So can we have a nice round of applause for our couple there, Pranita and Sanjay? Thanks, guys. You did well. So I believe our next lot of couples will have a fair understanding of how this is going to go anyway. So Kuben and Renisha, you guys are next. Please come forward, back to back with each other, and get ready there for your 5 questions. And just remember to raise your hand with a cap. Okay, did we suspect that there's some cheating going on here? Okay, we've just moved the seats a bit further from each other so they don't even feel the bad vibes. Okay, so all eyes now on our couple, Kuben and Renisha. You guys ready for it? Okay, so first question, who says I love you most often? Oh, all right. I'll leave this up to our adjudicators to decide. Question 2, who is more creative? Neither. Okay, so we have Kuben who raises his cap. Question 3, who is the better driver amongst the two of you? Kuben yet again raises his hand. And question 4, who is better at keeping secrets between the two? Keeping secrets, yeah. Okay, Renisha's down, by the way. Neither of you keep secrets? Okay. That's good. I think that's a fair enough point there. And question 5, who's more likely to give the other food poisoning? Who's most likely to give the other food poisoning? Maybe in a bad situation. Okay, so he says, okay, so Kuben raises his hand and he says that maybe after a bad situation or something like that, she does most of the cooking. All right, so you're most likely to get food poisoning from her. No? Oh, yeah. Oh, you're going to give it to her. Okay, so the question is, who's more likely to give the other food poisoning? Okay, fine. So you agree that you would be most likely to do this. All right, so Kuben there and Renisha has just kept the silence throughout that last question. Well done to you guys. Let's move on to the next couple. Kuben and Renisha there, now making way for Mercy and Dinal. They are couple number 3, and they're going to go up back to back with each other as we prepare now to give them their 5 questions. Guys, you ready? All right, so question number 1, who's more likely to drop their phone in a toilet? Okay, this is Dinal. Question 2, who's more likely to be running late? Mercy, and Dinal agrees. Question 3, who'll be in control of the TV remotes? This is Dinal, and Mercy agrees. Question 4, who is more likely to get lost when traveling? Okay, so that's Mercy, Dinal's agreeing there. And question 5, who is more likely to ask for directions? And that's all right. So that's Mercy again. Dinal's agreeing on all of these. Very well done there. Congratulations to Mercy and Dinal. They are couple number 3. We are now moving to couple number 4 in the Compatibility Challenge. This is the shoe game, which we've now tossed for the cap game here at the winner wedding contest. And our contestants number 4, with the couple number 4, Videsh and Sariksha. Guys ready? All right, so here we go. Who spends the most amount of time in front of the mirror? Sariksha, Videsh agrees. Who's the better kisser between the two of you? Hopefully only between the two of you. Neither? You guys agreeing on neither? Mutual, okay. Point to be noted. Question 3, who is more likely to use all the hot water? Okay, that's Sariksha and Videsh is agreeing. Question 4, who has better general knowledge? Videsh is very proud about this and Sariksha is agreeing. Question 5, who is a bigger baby when they have a cold or a flu? That's Sariksha and Videsh knows it well. So congratulations, that's your round there, Videsh and Sariksha. And we now have the final couple coming through for the Compatibility Challenge, which is the cap game. They're going back to back against each other here in the studio, Keshia and Jeremiah. We haven't heard their story yet. We'll get to hear that in just a bit. So are you guys ready? Okay, so who has the better taste in music? That's Keshia. And who is a better dancer? Keshia again. Question 3, who is the most organized? Jeremiah and Keshia is agreeing. Question 4, who is more stubborn between the two of you? That's Keshia. Jeremiah agrees with a smile on his face, by the way. And question 5, who spends more time on Facebook? Okay, so Keshia says it's her, and Jeremiah is agreeing again with a smile on his face. Well done, guys. Our final couple there, Keshia and Jeremiah. And we are about to get the results now. Okay. So, guys, you know, when it comes to scores, Altaf is the best, which is why he's the sports presenter here at Lotus FM. So I'm going to leave the scores over to our guy here.
Ladies and gentlemen, we've consulted with our independent auditors, and the scores are as follows. Pratha Sante, 5. Kuben and Renisha, 4. Mercy and Danelle, 5. Videsh and Sarishka, 5. And Keshia and Jeremiah, 5. Give them a round of applause.
Well done to you guys.
I mean, these guys are so compatible, I actually feel like getting into a relationship with them. I'm just joking, I'm kidding.
Right, so thanks for the scores. There, Altaf, so we've got quite a few 5s there.
Quite a few 5s, yes.
I think there's 3 couples with 5 out of 5. So
four couples.
4 couples with 5 out of 5, and our remaining couple with 4
Correct.
out of 5. So job well done there, guys. I think you all deserve to give each other a round of applause there. That was a lot of fun. And I do know that you guys have been filling out these forms there, which is the next score that we're going to be giving to you, but I believe that's still being checked out. And I was with the adjudicators earlier on, and they were saying that we've got some really amazing scores in some of these sheets, questions about each other here. So we'll be getting to that in a bit. So this is the Compatibility Challenge on the afternoon takeover on Lotus FM. So very quickly, as I was saying earlier on, Keshia and Jeremiah, we didn't get to hear your story early on. You want to share that very quickly with our listeners, please?
Quickly. Okay. I'm Jeremiah. About 4 years ago, Keshia and I met. We were quite young back then, but she and I met. Our first date was at McDonald's. That's all I could afford that time. And well, after 4 years, we separated in terms of we lost contact with each other. And in 2016 December, she approached me regarding employment, as I was working for a company at that time that was employing. And so we got in contact again, and over time we grew closer, and of course started dating. And last year I got retrenched in November, well, late October, and she stood by me, and it was really a difficult time, especially going through a financial restraint and things like that. And she stood by me, and in December she got retrenched because it was the same company, and so I had to stand by her willingly, of course, and we made it through. And I think I don't know if you want to add anything.
I think before she adds anything, I just want to ask the question, because we've heard the crux of the story, and it really is a heartwarming one, which is probably the reason why you've entered this competition. Winning this competition, how much does that mean to the two of you?
It means so much to us because we were saving up for a wedding, and due to us getting retrenched, we had to use that funds for like our accounts, paying off our debts and all that. which got used up, and so my mom approached us, and she's like, you should enter this competition because you guys are not working, and this would be such a blessing from God for us to win this competition. And so we entered, and then by God's grace I received the phone call saying that we should come in today.
And here they are. So ladies and gentlemen, that's Videsh and Sariksha for you, and the other couple whose story we didn't get to earlier on. And they are... Sorry, this is Videsh and Sariksha. So this is the final story we get to hear right now, ladies and gentlemen. So very quickly, very briefly, if you can describe this relationship that the two of you shared. Where did this all start off?
Okay, so it all started off in 2013 when I met Videsh. In fact, I didn't want to meet him, but I decided to meet him. And when I met him, we started off as friends for the night, and it was just after 12 when he asked me out, and I said yes. We met at Gateway, and from there our relationship blossomed, and it was absolutely amazing ever since.
Sorry, Sariksha, I just wanted to ask, because we are kind of wasting this beautiful set of t-shirts that the two of you have, and we can see now that Marilyn from our marketing department is trying her very best to get sight of this. So I'm going to ask for both of you to stand up. Have these t-shirts been made especially for today, or is it something that you guys wear often when you're out?
No, we had it made for our anniversary.
And how many months or years now?
4.5 years.
4.5 years. I think that deserves a round of applause there. Sorry about that. Okay, so I stole her heart is what he says on his t-shirt. So she says, so I'm stealing his last name. Wow, that's very ambitious. But also the back as well. So can we have a look at the back? So he says on his t-shirt, her guardian angel, and she's got his angel. Isn't that cute, hey? Really amazing. Now we've got shots of this as well, so you guys can check it out on our Facebook page. You're listening to Lotus FM. This is our winner wedding competition. One of these couples today will be standing the ultimate chance of winning the wedding package valued at 130,000 Rand. And Mr. Shamsi, who's the director of the Taj Conference Center, is sitting at the back there and observing everything that you guys say. Who knows, maybe you'll melt his heart in some way we didn't expect when we started off this show. So guys, fingers crossed, and let's hope that the best couple wins here today. So let's get back to the music now in the studio. This is a very special edition of the afternoon takeover on Lotus FM.